What is up guys, it's your boy Solheim here, back with another Dragonflight gold making video. So today I want to take you guys through my plans for gold making when it comes to the weekly reset coming up this week. So when I'm recording this, it's now Sunday. If I can just go to my calendar right here, it's Sunday. I'm going to try to get this video up today, but it might be tomorrow on Monday. That's going to give you a solid 3 days or 2.5 days to set this up yourself before the weekly reset comes out. I'll be talking about 2 key things here. You can do both, but that's going to take you a lot of time and you will have to absolutely no life the next couple of days. Or you can choose one of the 2 and just make your bank on that one. So if you've been watching me on Twitch lately, I've been doing a lot of things on stream to set myself up for gold making on the weekly reset. And if you don't know, raids are coming out this Wednesday, and they're coming out for every single difficulty at the same time. So we have normal, heroic and mythic. At least that is how I picked it up. And you also get mythic plus coming out as well. So this weekly reset is massive, and the entire week until Christmas is going to be massive. So right here we have the next stage as well, like LFR is opening for example, but right here this is the big reset coming up now. And what's that gonna do? Well, raids are opening on both normal, heroic and mythic, and also mythic plus. That is obviously going to create a massive demand for example Alchemy, and I'll be focusing this video on the Alchemy part. You also have the same thing going for enchanting as well, where they will be increasing the demand for the devotion stuff, so Sophic devotion for example, but I'll be focusing on Alchemy here to keep the video simple, and also just to give you guys one thing to focus on. So for Alchemy, it's going to increase the actual price for potions and flasks based on right now there's a high supply and almost non-existent demand. Like, who uses potions and flasks right now? Not really. Who? If like, who's buying potions and flasks? Let me know in the comments. I can think of one type of people that are buying flasks and potions, and that is people that are preparing themselves for Wednesday. And when Wednesday comes out, people no longer need to prepare, and they will buy based on what they actually need. So the demand is obviously going up, and the price will just skyrocket on baseline. So based on that, I have been going into potion mastery. You can choose between potion and file. That's completely up to you. The reason I chose potions is because they are moving a lot more in the market. So for example, if raiders right now choose file mastery, that will increase the duration of their files by 30 minutes each. And the same thing goes for potions. Well, by picking this one, they will last longer, but that's only for non-combat potions. You still have some extra stuff for combat potions too, but the fact is, like, even if you would increase the duration of a potion, you still need 1 potion per boss, 2 if you're pre-potting. So like, you still need potions per encounter anyway, while the file lasts you for 1 hour no matter what. You can kill 1 boss, 100 bosses, doesn't matter, it lasts for 1 hour. But if you have potions, they will be moving a lot more and a lot faster, and based on me being able to craft a lot of tier 3 potions, that's how I'm going to move those. So yeah, I picked potion mastery, and there's a key element here to crafting rank 3. If you're watching, if you can go down to potions right now, the elemental potion of power, crafting this will require 425 skill at rank 3. Crafting rank 2 will require 212 skill, which also requires a lot, but you only need to have tier 2. Like, you want to have 212 skill, and that is far away from 425, yes, but you can use the inspiring ambience build to get yourself the last points from inspiration. So if you look at this one right here, you will get +1 inspiration per point spent, up to +30 inspiration, and it will give you additional skill when crafting. So here, inspiring will give you 5% more, and 10% more, 10% more, and 25% more. So overall, this will give you 50% more skill when you proc the inspiring skill, and this will baseline give you enough skill to craft tier 3. So as long as you have enough to guarantee yourself tier 2 and you go for the inspiring build, you can now start proccing tier 3. And in this case, you want to have as much inspiration as possible. So you can see me, for example, I've been spending a lot of metal on getting myself all the blue items. I'm still looking for the chest. I haven't gotten that one yet, but yeah, I got the blue item right here. So +6 skill, inspiration and multicraft. We have this one with +92 inspiration and also +10 skill. I can also enchant this one, by the way, with more inspiration too. That is something I will be doing. And you can see right now we have 23% inspiration, and we're gonna get a lot more. I could have waited with this video until I was fully set up, but like, I just want to give you guys the chance to get yourself to the same point that I am, and I'm doing this one right now with 189 skill with rank 1 and rank 2 reagents. If I go for rank 3, like if I just go for rank 2 or rank 3, you will get more skill the higher rank materials you're using. I'm just trying to avoid using rank 3 materials because that will cost me a lot of gold. So if I can craft tier 2 potions with tier 2 materials, that's going to be a lot better for me. So yeah, just getting myself the skill points, getting the knowledge points to get inspiring, and next week I'm getting plus 10 from the Artisans Consortium, I'm getting plus 6 from weekly quests, so I'm getting plus 16 just by doing that part. So I just need 3 more skill points here and we are good to go. Also, there's one more thing you can do right now in Alchemy that requires a lot less setup that I want to bring it up to speed, and that is, if you look at the potion crafting system here, Elemental Potion of Power, this one requires Draconic Vials, Omnium Dracosis, and Primal Convergent. If we scroll up here, we can see that, for example, Primal Convergent and Omnium Dracosis are both reagents. This one requires a ton of materials and is not actually, well, it is somewhat profitable right now, but I want to talk about how to make this one even more profitable for yourself, and this is something I'll be setting up live on stream today as well, because so I'll be going into this market myself, and I would strongly consider you look into doing the same yourself if you have the time. But then again, the more people do it, the less profits you will make. But right now, I will tell you, it's looking super profitable, but you want to have a whole separate alchemist set up for this. But setting up an alchemy to the point of profitability will take you 2 to 3 hours, and then you can just keep going past that point to make even more gold. So these are reagents. I'm planning to set up a brand new alchemist, and we're going to go into alchemical theory right here, and we're going to be speccing into 5 points and then fully speccing multicraft. Multicraft all the way. This one will give you lots of extra multicraft and inspiration. So inspiration right here, 20 multicraft, inspiration, skill. You also get +1 skill for every point spent right here as well. So let's just talk about the multicraft aspect. You will get +20, +40, +60. Yeah, +60 multicraft, and here we go, multicraft will now grant up to 50% extra reagents and instances. So if you go for a multicraft spec, you just get this one all the way maxed out, you will now proc up to 50% extra reagents and instances while crafting, and you will have +60 multicraft baseline. You can then also get yourself the alchemy tools right here, which will give you a ton of extra multicraft. Like you can go for this one, giving you 30 multicraft on baseline once again, and you can go for this one and get it specifically with multicraft. You can get a draconic missive of multicraft when you craft this one. So to craft the blue one, for example, giving you a lot of multicraft, which is definitely worth doing by the way, because this one is actually pretty cheap. You just go to the crafting orders system right here, you then go to professional equipment, you then go to alchemy all the way down here, you look up the rod, and you get these materials. Well, it's not super cheap, it's going to cost you like 15k, but 300 metal and 15k, and then get yourself a draconic missive of multicraft. That way you will now guarantee multicraft on this rod when crafting it, and for that setup it's definitely worth grabbing for the multicraft, and that way you will now proc a lot more stuff while crafting. So if you're making baseline profit just by turning these ones into Omnium Dracosis, imagine what a multicraft proc can do for you. That's just going to make way more profits, and you're going to be raking in the gold and swimming in gold. And that is basically my plan for next Wednesday when it comes to alchemy. I'm going to have this one set up to make potions, rank 2 guaranteed and procking rank 3 with inspiration procs, and I'll have a alchemist number 2 set up to craft reagents, and I'll be sending myself Omnium Dracosis to supply myself for the elemental potion of power, and I'll also try to give myself some primal convergence. So I'm doing this to be self-sufficient, but if you just want to focus on the reagent part with multicrafting, you can probably make millions of gold on the weekly reset. So hopefully this video is helpful to you, and I do hope it helps you make a lot of gold. It is definitely a very good method to make gold whenever weekly reset comes out, and to do the multicraft thing it requires little to no setup, and you can do that in 2 hours. Either way, boys and girls, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider dropping a like down below and consider subscribing. We are getting very close to 40k right now. It would be insane to get there before Christmas. If you want to subscribe, well, click down below, you get more videos like this one covering gold making and gold farming in Dragonflight. Either way, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.